right, welcome to weight training. We are gonna need some mat space, preferably a heavier weight and some lighter weights. What that means for you, choose your own adventure there. I like to have a couple super light weights for one of our exercises today. So make sure you have whatever your equipment is close by, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Sitting with your feet planted on the floor or stretched out in front of you, whichever's more comfortable for you. We're going to start with just moving through our body, loosening up a little bit, tapping side to side, making sure our back's nice and awake, getting our shoulders loosened a little. Perfect. Just a couple more of those. And then bringing your hands back behind you for support. Start windshield wipering those knees. Start with your feet close together. And then assuming everything's feeling good there, maybe bring those feet a little further apart. Windshield wiper those knees a little further. Loosening up through your hips and your lower body now. Just a couple more. I know your eyes are not deceiving you. My curtains are trying to swallow me. It's a little bit of a breezy day here. No worries. Put those feet right back out in front of you. From here, you're going to reach up and out. We're just going to loosen up our hamstrings and our back a little bit. Basically doing a sun salutation in a seated position. Beautiful. Now adding in a little more arm motion, bringing your arms up and around. You may find that you can get closer and closer towards your toes as you warm up a little bit. Beautiful. 2 more of these. And then we're going to finish off with circles of the hands and the feet. Getting everything moving. Go the other way. And then wiggle those fingers and toes. Give everything a good shake, and we are ready to get started. All right, first up today, we're going to come into a kneeling posture, and you may want a heavy weight for this one. We're going to do a kneeling pass around. So we've done this one standing. It's great core exercise. You hold the weight out a little bit to the side, pass it around in front, and then behind. We'll do 30 seconds in each direction. Here we go. Keeping your tummy sucked in nice and tight. And you're trying to keep your upper body fairly steady here. It's going to move a little bit, but that's what makes it a good core challenge. It's trying to keep yourself from bopping all over the place. Switching directions in 3, 2, 1. Go the other way. If you happen to have a kettlebell, this is a great exercise to do with a kettlebell. It's actually easier to pass it around with a kettlebell than it is with a dumbbell. But if you don't, a dumbbell works just fine. Beautiful, you got it. 5 more seconds. And time. Nice. Set that weight to the side. From here, we're going to come down into tabletop, and we're going to do a balance extension. Fairly easy. We're just reaching up and out and pushing that heel up towards the ceiling each time. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Now, a lot of times when we do a balance extension, we just reach straight out, which is excellent for core control. But if you add that upward reach to it, you add a lot of extra work through the back body, So pushing up towards the ceiling with your heel and trying to reach up a little bit with your hand. It's similar to the Superman exercise. You got it. 20 seconds left to go. And the best thing about this is it doesn't actually matter how far up you reach. As long as you've got a little bit of an upward angle, you just reach however far works for you. And time. Nice. All right, we're gonna stay in this tabletop position. This is where you might want that extra light weight. We're gonna do 30 seconds on each side, a fly into a lat raise. I like to call them angel wings. Up and then overhead. All right, I'll tell you when to switch. Here we go. Nice and easy. Don't rush it. You may find that this is easier if you use another weight or a block to raise you up just a little bit so that your hand's not rubbing on the ground each time. Up to you. Halfway there, switch sides. Make sure you're keeping that nice bend in your elbow. And it's up to you if you want to hover that weight off the ground or set it down each time. 5 more seconds. And time. Nice job. All right. From here, we're going to flip over and come into a V-sit position. So you're going to work that core a little bit, but we're going to do a single arm bicep curl at the same time. It's going to off balance us, make us work even harder. I'll tell you when to switch at the 30-second mark. Here we go. You control how hard you work on this one with how far back you lean. So the further back you lean, the more of your core you're working. And if you sit a little more upright, you're focusing more on your arm. So it just depends on what body parts you want to focus on. Switch sides now. You got it, nice and steady. Raising, lowering the weight at the same pace. Almost there. Time. Nice work. All right, from here, your next one is to come all the way. Oh, I almost skipped one. It's a good thing I write these things down. Your next thing is going to be to put your weight sideways in front of you. And we're going to do an exercise we've done before where you're bringing your foot up and over from side to side. So you want your hips centered so that you're going outside and inside. We're going to do 30 seconds on each leg. Here we go. My hip is centered with the weight. So I'm definitely both ab and adducting, working all the muscles there. You can use your hands behind you for support, or if you want to keep that V-sit going, pick your hands up so you're working your core as well. Switching sides in 2, 1. Pop that hip over, other leg. And you're just lightly tapping the heel on the floor. Beautiful, looking good. Time. Whew, all right. Now we're going down flat on our back, and we are going to do a pullover with a narrow chest press. So you're going to need 2 weights for this one. Medium to heavy, depending on how you're feeling. Feet planted flat, elbows in tight by your body, pressing up, and then going overhead for that pullover, and then coming back in. 1 minute, here we go. Up, overhead, bring it back, and lower those elbows. Now, if this is feeling like it's enough of a challenge, stay right here with your feet planted. But if you're feeling like you want a little more ab work, stretch those legs out long. And it's going to help you engage your core even more. Nice and steady. Don't rush this one. Almost there. You got this. And time. Nice job. Set those weights to the side, grab some water. That is 1 set done. We still have 2 sets to go. All right, bringing it back in. Coming up into that kneeling pass around. So grab the weight that is right for you. Make sure your space is clear. I tend to set the weights down everywhere when I'm working out. All right, 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Beautiful. You can have your toes out flat on the floor or tucked under for more support, depending on which way you prefer. Switching directions in 3, 2, 1, go the other way. Beautiful. Still trying to keep that upper body nice and steady. Five seconds to go. You got this. And time. Whew, nice work. All right, going into that balance extension with the upward reach. 1 minute. Here we go. Really working your back. Stretching everything. Using those muscles. You're halfway done. Keep breathing. You got this. And time. Beautiful. All right, staying in that tabletop position, grabbing the right weight for your angel wing. 30 seconds on each side. Here we go. Using that support to raise the other hand up if that feels good for you and if you have something available. Even just a stack of books works there. Just something to give you that extra inch or two so your knuckles aren't rubbing the mat. A yoga block, if you have them, would work great. Switching sides in 2, 1, switch sides. Make sure you're breathing here. Nice and steady. If you ever find that you're not able to breathe smoothly, stop and take a second. Because your body needs oxygen. Always got to breathe. Almost there, 5 seconds to go. And time. Whew, all right. Turning over for that V-sit with the bicep curl. Again, lean back however much feels right to you. 30 seconds on each side. Here we go. Looking good. If you want to add extra challenge on this one, you can pick your feet up too and turn it into a boat position, just like this. But that's awfully hard to do with the bicep curl, so up to you. Switch sides. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely sweating already. Ten seconds to go, almost there. Time. Beautiful. All right. From here, putting that weight in front of you, centering your hip, and then going into those leg raises over the dumbbell. 1 minute. Here we go. Again, hands behind you for support, or maintaining that V-sit we were just working on. Again, totally up to you. And what feels right for your body for today. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Make sure you recenter. Looking good. 10 seconds to go. And time. Beautiful. All right, from here, we're going down all the way flat on our backs for that narrow chest press with the pullover. Options are to keep your knees bent or straighten them out, depending on what felt right for you last time. 1 minute. Here we go. Still breathing. Still going nice and slow. And you always have the option to change what variation you do in the middle. You're never locked into anything. So if you start out one way and you decide, you know, maybe I will try that other way, switch in the middle. I do not care. I want you to get the workout that's right for you. Almost there. And time. Beautiful. Take a second, take a nice big stretch here. Arms up overhead, legs out long. Nice deep breath. And then go grab some water. That is 2 sets done. 1 set still to go. All right, bringing it back in. Grabbing the weight for your kneeling pass around. Again, making sure your space is clear. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Try to keep a little bend in your elbows even as you're going around your body here. Definitely don't want to hyperextend any joints. Switch directions. Looking good. You got this. Ten more seconds. And time. Nice job. All right, going from here down into tabletop for that balance extension. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Halfway there. Pushing that heel up towards the sky. Trying to keep your tummy nice and tight here. Working on your stability. Not rushing it, taking it slow. 5 more seconds. And time. Beautiful. Staying in this position. Grabbing the weight that's right for you. Maybe that extra support to raise you up off the ground. Our angel wings. Here we go. Up and then overhead, back and back down. Nice and slow and steady. This is a great one to target the area around where your shirt sleeves are, you know, that little bit of pudge right there in the front and the back, especially in the summer when we're wearing a lot of tank tops. We see that one a lot. This exercise is great for it. Switching sides now. Although I'll tell you a secret, everybody has that pudge. It's pretty normal. It's mostly skin. So there's only so much you can do to get rid of it. And this exercise also helps work all those stabilizer muscles for your shoulder. So it's really functional too. And time. Nice job. All right, setting those weights aside, coming around into that V-sit with the bicep curl. One minute. Here we go. Beautiful, nice and steady. Raising and lowering the weight at the same speed. You're on your last round. You got this. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Woo. You can do it. Not gonna lie, I just got a nice breeze through here. It's giving me a little boost to finish out my last round. Time. Nice work. All right, setting that weight down in front of you. One minute on the clock. Here we go. Up and over. You look fantastic. This can be a hard one, especially if you don't have a lot of strength through your hip. But it's really good for you. You can do it. I have great faith in you. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Pop that other hip over, and here we go. Beautiful. 10 seconds to go. Oh, I feel it through my hip and my leg and my core. Nice. Time. All right, going all the way down for that narrow chest press with the pullover. Grab your 2 weights for this one. And here we go. Keeping those elbows in tight by your body. Keeping that core nice and tight. Now, whether you have your legs long or your knees bent and your feet planted flat, take it slow and easy here. Really focus on the strength through your abs and your back. Doing that pullover. Almost there. Time. Set those weights to the side. And that is the end of your 3rd round. Go grab some water. And then all we have left is our final stretch. Make sure you clear your space, get the weights out of the way before you stretch. And then we're gonna start with our feet apart, sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath in, bring those arms up overhead. And we're gonna start just reaching down towards the floor. And then let everything relax and soften. Take a good breath here. Let everything out. And then slide your hands up, come right back up to that nice tall seat. And then we're gonna do it again. Breathe those arms up. Exhale, folding forward, reaching towards the floor. Take a moment, let everything soften. One more big breath. And let it all out. And then slide your hands in. One more of these, arms up, folding forward. And then this time, instead of softening here, try to reach just a little further. And then we're going to walk our hands over to one side, to that foot or the shin or the ankle, whatever. Feeling that nice stretch through your side body, maybe through the back of that leg. And then walking your hands through the middle over to the other side, reaching for that opposite foot or shin or ankle. Little stretch through the side body, maybe a nice stretch through your hamstring. One more breath. And then walk those hands back to center, come all the way up. And then from here, we're going to do a full side body stretch, nice and big, over to the side, spreading those ribs, reaching out through your arm, through your fingertips, really lengthening through your side. One more moment. And then bringing that arm down and around, and then coming up on the other side. Nice big side bend, reaching through those fingertips. Take a nice breath here. Use that to help lengthen even more, separating through your ribs. And then bringing that hand down and around. Bring one hand up and across for that shoulder stretch. You guys know I like to turn my head side to side. Sometimes I tilt my head one direction or the other. Today, let's try just nodding a little gently up and down. Just working through the back of your neck a little bit. One more here. And then bringing your head back to center and release. Go to the other side. And again, just a little nod up and down. If you really want to do those head turns side to side, you're welcome to. Stretch in whatever way feels good for you. Beautiful. Bringing your head back to center. Release. Bring your feet together. Do a nice little bend forward just until you feel a stretch through the inside of your thighs. Maybe use your knees to help push your, use your elbows to help push your knees down a little bit more. Maybe not, up to you. And then coming back up, bring your knees up, and then we're gonna go down again. Maybe leaning a little deeper. Maybe reaching a little further. And then sitting up, bring those knees up and in, and then one more time. Again, maybe going just a little further, maybe not. Find the edge of where you're getting a good stretch, and that's where you stop. We'll call it the smile spot. If you're not able to smile here, you've probably gone too far. Ease up a little bit. One more deep breath. And release. Hug those knees in nice and tight. Oh, and let everything relax. You are all done. Fantastic job today. Thank you for coming out to play. I will see you again on Tuesday.